Here are 3 critical design factors that drove this design concept. For context, this project is a 3-story mountain house. It's close to the beautiful Lake Tahoe, and this is one of my favorite projects that I'm currently designing. But in designing it, my team and I faced 3 big challenges. In this video, I will reveal 3 big solutions that we came up with to take this design from an idea to something that can actually be built. Critical factor number 1. So what are the challenges that we had during the design phase for this project? First is the site. Because of Lake Tahoe's beautiful mountainous terrain, this site is very steep. From one side of the site to the other, there's about a 40-foot height difference. That's huge. It's also full of trees and boulders that need to be modified or removed in order to be able to place any type of structure here. I'm not one for cutting down trees, but in this particular instance, we did have to remove some trees in order to be able to place the house. So the first secret, or the first solution that I'll share with you, is actually being very thoughtful about the site considerations in placing this building. To minimize altering the site, the most obvious solution is to minimize the ground floor. And in this instance, we needed to set back at least 20 feet from the road in order to be able to fit a driveway for the ground floor garage. And so we did just that. By designing to the bare minimum and not going further into the site, that allows us to build everything up from there, leaving the rest of the site intact. After determining our site strategies, we went deeper into the design of the house, starting with the exterior. Critical factor number 2. Our second challenge designing a home in the Lake Tahoe area is the extreme weather conditions. This area gets both heavy snowfall in the winter months, and in the summer months, it's extremely dry and prone to wildfires. So one of the most crucial questions we asked ourselves is, how can we design a house that can withstand both of these conditions without looking like a bank vault? How can we create a robust, functional, and beautiful home? In answering these questions, we came up with 2 different design solutions that we presented the client. Both design solutions had a steep roof, which allowed us to shed the snow in the winter months, and the exterior materials are going to be robust enough to withstand fire, or at least withstand fire for several hours before they burn, which would allow someone to exit the house safely in the event of a fire. In both these options, the ground floor is partially embedded into the ground. In the first option, on the ground floor, we used concrete and stone as a way to make the house feel grounded to the earth. It's a heavy building at the base to be able to support all of the weight of the earth and the snow and the building, and we wanted the materials to reflect that. The upper floors are constructed of wood framing, but being in a fire zone, we need to be able to protect that wood. And so the exterior materials will be a fiber cement board, which is essentially made of cement, which can withstand a lot of the exterior elements, including fire. Similar to the first option, the second option has a very heavy base with concrete as the material of choice for the ground floor. And then we chose a fiber cement material that has a wood texture for the upper floors. The contrast between the heavy concrete at the base of the building and the lighter fiber cement at the upper floors breaks down the scale of this 3-story home to not feel that massive. To further break down the scale of this home, we also pushed and pulled the facade a little bit to relate to the interior of the home. On one side of the home, we have the living spaces, and those are slightly pushed out towards a really beautiful view. And the dining space and the stairs are pushed back a little bit with a deck leading out. And so although both design options would work well in this particular instance for this particular site, we ended up going with option 2. Option 2 creates a beautiful combination of a modern home that has an inspiration of a traditional cabin. And as we were designing this home for our client, one of the things that I always implement in all of our projects is really being able to listen to our clients and understand the needs that they have for their project. And in this particular instance, the client wants to build a smaller home first and later have the opportunity to add onto that home as their lifestyle changes. And so this brings me to critical factor number 3. And although I would love to design the biggest amazing dream home from the start, I also understand that there are so many other constraints that our clients are dealing with. And one of the biggest ones is always centered around the budget. Earlier, I mentioned that this site in the Lake Tahoe region has extreme weather. There's only really about a 6-month window of doing exterior construction in this region. With both a short construction window and budget constraints, what we really thought about to serve the needs of our clients is phasing. Phasing the project to build the minimum building that our client needs now and setting up the site in a way that will allow our client to build onto the house at a later date. So that is the third and last secret or solution that we came up with for this project. And this home will be built in 2 different phases. Phase 1 is to create a spacious home that has the functions of parking. Every home needs a garage in this region, a nice open living kitchen dining space to enjoy the beautiful views, and a couple bedrooms and couple bathrooms to serve the needs of the clients today. The second phase is a horizontal addition off of the back of the 3rd story. Why did we choose to do it this way? This is a much more cost-effective approach than trying to either add a story later on and rip off the existing roof, or to try to add more square footage to one of the other levels and dig deeper into the earth. The future second phase will add more square footage to the home and more bedrooms and bathrooms for our client. In every project I work on, I learn something new. And in this project, my team and I learned that for this specific set of critical factors, there was a specific set of design solutions for the project. And of course, there could be many more solutions, and I'd love to hear what some of you all think about the project. But these were the solutions that we came up with, given all of our various constraints. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you next time.